This is Savannah Hernandez in front of the federal office building in San Francisco, across the street from City Hall. There seem to be quite a few homeless camped out over here. I've been asking people that work in the area what's going on. No one wants to answer any questions. So let's go talk to the average San Franciscan and see what life is like over here.
It's a big drug thing. We were talking about this earlier today. It's a big drug thing.
It's mostly because of drugs or whatever, the easy access people have to drugs around here and how powerful they are. They just they ruin your ambition. You just don't have the drive to work anymore, so they just rather chill here.
Well, the dope up here is hella good.
Yeah.
I know that from experience, but because they get it from overseas.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say who they get it from and where they get it from, but it's just it's good quality up here.
I was in Skid Row yesterday talking to some of the people down there about their experiences. They were telling me that fentanyl is actually a really big thing over here.
Fentanyl is the main thing people hear. There's this thing called the fentanyl crawl where people are just this, the whole day or whatever, and it's just there's hella
slumped. They'll their pants, they'll puke and everything, just
super addictive from what I heard. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to try any of that crap. I don't think these drugs are gonna go anywhere. I think they're gonna stay here until
they're gonna stay regardless, It's just out of human nature. You can't control human nature. It's curiosity, A lot of people have addictive personalities. Mental illness copes with it too, It only enhances it.
Wait, what do you got there?
This
Yeah.
is a bubble.
What is it?
What is it? What are you guys doing?
I'm just out here. I'm out here just trying to show people what life is like in San Francisco. Maybe just show what the everyday life is like out here.
Yes. I was born in Mexico, Acapulco. Give me a second. That's what's rude about. A felon brought here illegally. When you're here illegally, you're a felon. I'm not a DACA recipient. You want to see my tattoo? Dreamer for DACA recipients. I'm not a DACA recipient.
I see.
A political asylum seeker I'm not seeking asylum anymore.
I've been hearing in LA, they said that the fentanyl crisis got really bad over the past 2 years. Would you guys say it's been the same here? When did it start getting really bad?
I guess fentanyl is cheaper and it's a higher rush, so it gets you high. And it's cheaper, so it's cheap people in the life. That's why I think a lot of people are jumping up and feeling to fentanyl. It's only they get $10 because they get fentanyl. Get hired up again, they can be high for 8 hours, 10 hours, just much. And I lost 2 people in here in my own hand when they do fentanyl. When I came and check on them, it was only 5 hours. And I called paramedics, but when they came, it was too late. I saved them, but they died in my hand. It truly is a phenomenon. It wasn't like it before. So this is what happens, right? Like this one time, I see that a lot of time, right? They was just sitting here, smoking. The police went by, looking at them, what you doing, man? You know what they do? Smoke again. And then the police is, what's the point that you take them to jail for one overnight and then they come back out?
I've been knowing over 25 years being down here has been to see pretty much genocide. And from fentanyl. Crack didn't kill us, COVID-19 didn't kill the homeless, so they got this fentanyl that has taken out a lot of the Skid Row neighborhood residents that's no longer here because they made fentanyl and put fentanyl in everything. And a lot of...
When did you start seeing the fentanyl crisis get really bad down here?
When the COVID-19 went within these last 2 years.
Within the last 2 years?
I personally know 25 people, personal friends, are deceased within the year 2021 and 2022.
From fentanyl?
From fentanyl.
Going back to the fentanyl crisis, you said you've heard some horror stories. What are some of those stories that you've heard that have been afflicting people down here?
I've heard of people, getting deliveries of things, and then it's then the first hit they do, they're gone. Or they go into shock. I don't really know what the process is or what happens. But then I hear other people, I know someone, in fact, who told me one day, he's like, oh, yesterday I got revived. It's I did it and I passed out, I went out. I'm like, you went out? He claimed that he died. And then someone brought him back. And I was like, what are you doing? I was like, why are you doing that? And he's like, oh, it's fine. I was like, I know I'll be fine. I'm like,